Hello and welcome to HERU Yoga for the Blind. My name is Hannah and I will be guiding you through this short yoga session. I'm so happy to welcome you on your yoga mat. Before we can get started, please ensure that you have enough space around you to move and or someone with you who can support you and your safety as you move through this practice. Make sure to wear something comfortable that you can move in without distraction, and ideally take off your socks to get a better feeling for the floor or yoga mat. This class is a standing sequence focusing on healthy and happy hips. Things you will need for this class are a yoga mat, if you have, but if you do not have a yoga mat, simply practice on the floor. Please do not use a blanket or a towel to put down. This will simply not allow you to grip properly. And lastly, as always, you are the expert when it comes to your body, and you know your body best. So as you start practice, you might experience some discomfort here and there. This can be an indicator that you might want to adjust the pose or try a slightly different variations. It does not mean that you cannot practice this pose. Should you, however, experience pain or work with an injury, please stop or ease off. Pain is never something that you should or want to work through. But now, enough with the chitter-chatter. Let's get started. Come to stand with your feet parallel and hip-width apart. Your arms hanging right and left next to your upper body. Feel free to close your eyes if that feels nice, even if you have limited to no vision. Closing eyes can help relax the facial muscles around your eyes and allows you to tune inwards rather than outwards. Then bring the focus into the soles of your feet, touching the floor. Very lightly bend your knees. Shift your weight slightly from heel to toes. Then shift your weight slightly from toes to heels. And repeat this a few times, slowly making this movement smaller and smaller every time, until you feel you're coming to stillness. Then shift your weight slightly from the right foot to the left, and then from the left to the right. Repeat this also a few times, slowly making the movement smaller and smaller, until, again, you feel yourself coming to stillness. Feel how your weight is now evenly distributed across the four corners of your feet. Feel your feet rooting into the floor. Tune now into the sensation of the soles of the feet touching and connecting to the floor, to the earth beneath you. The crown of your head extends towards the ceiling. Feel this duality of rooting to rise in your body. Your spine lengthens, Tadasana. Remember, you can always come back to this pose should you need a moment of grounding in between your asanas. Now, on your next in-breath, place your right hand onto your energetic heart center in the middle of your chest. Then place your left hand onto your navel. Observe. Tune in into your natural breathing pattern here. Use this moment to take a pause. No need to change anything, no need to do. Simply observe. Always from a place of curiosity and never from a place of judgment. Feel your breath softly traveling through your body. Feel the ripple effect of the breath. As you inhale, your hands move away from each other, and as you exhale, your hands move towards each other. Feel the softening of the heart and the navel as you exhale, and the lengthening of the spine as you inhale. Then Release your hands again, right and left, next to your upper body. And if you had your eyes closed, you may now open them. Time to get moving. Today, you will warm up with 3 sets of half sun salutations. Just as last week, if you are unsure as to what a sun salutation is, do not worry, you can simply follow the instructions. Simply put, a sun salutation is just a specific arrangement of poses strung together in a flow. Inhale, float both arms up high to the sky. Bring your palms together in prayer above your head. Exhale, hands come through the middle, the upper body follows and bows forwards. Place your hands on the floor, bend your knees as much as you need to, and then relax your head and neck. Inhale, slide the palms of your hands alongside your shins, roughly towards your knees. Press your hands into the shins. Shins press back into the hands. Upper body lifts halfway up. Heart reaches forwards. Bring your weight ever so slightly into the front of your toes. Exhale, bow and relax forwards again. Arms are relaxed, neck is relaxed. Inhale, rise up, upper body upright. Arms float to the sky. Energy in the fingertips. Bring your palms together in prayer above your head. And then as you exhale, bring your hands in front of the heart. This is 1 set of a half sun salutation. Repeat this movement section twice more. Inhale, arms float up towards the sky. Bring your palms together in prayer above your head. Exhale, bow forwards, hands come through the middle. Place your hands on the ground, bend your knees as much as you need to. Relax your head, relax your neck. Inhale, slide your palms of the hands alongside your shins to your knees. Press your hands into the shins, shins press back into the hands. Upper body lifts halfway up, heart reaches forwards. Exhale, arms are relaxed, bow your upper body forwards and relax your neck and shoulders. Inhale, rise up, upper body upright, arms float to the sky, energy in the fingertips, palms together in prayer. Exhale, hands in prayer in front of the heart. 1 last time. Inhale, arms float up towards the sky. Bring your palms together in prayer above your head. Exhale, hands come down through the middle, bow forwards, place your hands on the floor. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Relax your head and your neck. Inhale, palms slide up your shins towards the knees. Press your hands into the shins, shins into the palms. Upper body lifts halfway up. Heart reaches forwards, shoulders roll back from the ears. Exhale, bow forwards and relax, arms are relaxed. Inhale, rise up, upper body upright, arms float to the sky, energy in the fingertips, palms together in prayer. Exhale, hands in prayer in front of the heart. Now, step your feet as wide as the mat. Or if you do not have a mat, just step them wider than your hips. Turn your heels in and your toes out. Inhale, float both arms up. Lengthen your spine. Hands in prayer above your head. Exhale, bend your knees roughly to 90 degrees. Bring your knees towards the outer edges of your feet. Bring your hands in prayer in front of your heart. Repeat this movement 2 more times. Inhale, float your arms up. Root your feet firmly into the ground. Lengthen your legs. Hands in prayer above your head, finding length here. Exhale, bend your knees to 90 degrees. Bring your knees towards the outer edges of the feet. Hands in prayer in front of the heart. Last round like this before you will add something to this pattern. Inhale, float both arms up, lengthen your spine, lengthen your legs, spread your weight evenly across the feet, hands in prayer above the head. Exhale, bend your knees to 90 degrees, drop your tailbone down, bring your knees towards the outer edge of the feet, bring your hands in prayer in front of your heart. Now, keep this momentum going, but add another layer. Inhale, float both arms up, hands in prayer above your head. Exhale, bend your knees to 90 degrees. Bring your knees more towards the outer edge of your feet. Bring your hands in prayer in front of your heart. Now stay here and place your right forearm onto your right thigh. Integrate your right upper arm into the right shoulder socket. Reach your left hand towards the sky. Take one deep breath here and keep the integration of the right arm and socket pressing away from the thigh. Exhale, drop your tailbone back into the middle so that your upper body can come back upright. Inhale, lengthen your legs, arms reach up. Exhale, release your hands right and left next to you. Take a breath, and then do the other side. Inhale, float both arms up, hands in prayer above your head. Exhale, bend your knees to 90 degrees. Bring your knees more towards the outer edge of the feet. Bring your hands in prayer to your heart. Then stay here. Place your left forearm onto your left thigh. Integrate your left upper arm into the left shoulder socket by pressing firmly away from your thigh. Then reach your right hand up towards the ceiling. Take one deep breath here. Keep the integration of the right arm and socket, and your knees stay above the outer edges of the feet. Exhale, drop your tailbone back to the middle so that your upper body can come back into an upright position. Inhale, lengthen your legs, arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, release your arms right and left next to you. Take a breath. Then turn your feet back parallel and step them back into a hip-width apart position. Inhale, float your arms up towards the sky. Your heart is gently lifted. As you exhale, bow forwards and place your hands onto your left knee. Step your right foot back into a high lunge. Lean forwards with your upper body and move your back heel in, toes out. Your back foot faces now 90 degrees out to the right. Your front foot remains facing forwards in line with your front knee. Your back leg is long, your front knee is bent. Inhale, reach your right arm forwards and then draw a big circle up and back in order to bring your upper body into an upright position. Your upper body opens to the right and faces to the same direction as your back foot. Both arms are on shoulder height. Your right arm lines up with your back leg and your left arm with the front thigh. Your hips will be open slightly diagonal. Warrior 2. Virabhadrasana 2. Now, as you inhale, lengthen your front leg and float your arms up to the ceiling, reaching with your fingertips. Exhale, bend your front knee and bring your arms back on shoulder height. Inhale, reach up with your arms, energize the fingertips, long front leg. Exhale, bend your front knee and move it a little bit more towards the baby toe. Arms come back onto shoulder height. Repeat this movement a few more times with your own breathing pattern. You inhale, your position expands. You exhale, you come back to Warrior 2. Here, you want to ensure that your upper body weight is always in the middle of your stance. Then do one more round. Inhale, expand. Exhale, come back into Warrior 2. End with your front knee bent, your arms stretched out. The energy reaches through the fingertips equally. Then slightly shift your weight onto your front foot. Place both hands back onto your front knee. Turn your back toes back in. Return to a lunge position. On your inhale, step your back foot forwards into a parallel position. Arms hang right and left next to you. Repeat this phrase on the other side. Inhale, float your arms up and reach them towards the sky. Gently lift your heart. Exhale, bow forwards with your upper body and place both hands onto your right knee. Step your left foot back into a high lunge. Lean forwards with your upper body and turn your back heel in, toes out. Your back foot now faces 90 degrees out to the left side. Your front foot remains facing forwards. Your back leg is long, your front knee is bent. Reach your left arm forwards. Inhale, draw a big circle with your left arm up and back, so your upper body comes up and opens to the left. Both arms are at shoulder height and reach away from you. Left arm lines up over your back leg and your front arm lines up with your front thigh. Your hip will be facing slightly diagonal. Your weight is evenly distributed across both feet. As you inhale, lengthen your front leg and float your arms towards the ceiling. Reach up. Exhale, bend your front knee a little deeper, arms back onto shoulder height. Inhale, reaching up, long front leg. Exhale, bend your front knee, arms come back on shoulder height. Repeat this movement a few times with your breath. Inhale, you expand. Exhale, you come down. When you bend your front knee, move your front knee always a little bit more towards the baby toe of your foot. Do one more round. End with your front knee bend. Your arms are stretching out and away from you, energy in the fingertips. And on your next exhale, shift your weight forwards to your front foot. Place both hands onto your front knee, turn your back foot in and come into a high lunge. On your inhale, step your back foot forwards into a parallel position. Arms hang right and left next to you. Inhale, float your arms and reach them towards the sky. Exhale, bow forwards, place both hands onto your left knee. Right foot steps back into a high lunge. Lean forwards with your upper body. Turn your back heel in and toes out. Your back leg is long, front knee is bent. Inhale, reach your right arm forwards, draw a big circle up, and bring your upper body back up. Come into Warrior 2, Vibhadrasana 2. Take a moment here, working with your breath. Allow your front thigh to descend deeper with every exhale. Your weight remains evenly distributed across both feet. Inhale, lengthen your front leg and reach both arms towards the sky. This time, your right hand grabs your left wrist. Reach with your upper body up and towards the back foot, stretching your left side. Take one full breath here. Feel that stretching sensation in both sides of your upper body. Then, as you exhale, bend your front knee, float your arms back on shoulder height, Warrior 2. Slightly shift your weight onto your front foot, place both hands back onto your front knee, return to your lunge position. Inhale, step your back foot forwards to meet the front foot. Arms hang right and left next to you. Repeat this phrase on the other side. Inhale, float your arms and reach them towards the sky. Exhale, bow forwards, place your hands onto your right knee and left foot steps back into a high lunge. Lean forwards with your upper body, turn your back heel in and toes out. Your back leg is now long and your front knee is bent. Inhale, reach your left arm forwards, draw a big circle up and back. Bring your upper body into an upright position, Vibhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Take a moment here and work with your breath this time. Allow your front thigh to descend deeper and deeper with every exhale. Your weight remains evenly distributed across both feet. Your front knee is lined up with your ankle and moves towards the baby toe. Now, inhale, lengthen your front leg and reach both arms up to the sky. This time, your left hand grabs your right wrist. Reach with your upper body up and back diagonally away from your front foot. Stretch out your right side. Here, feel that sensation of rooting through the feet into the floor and finding that length in your upper body. Take one full breath here. As you exhale, bend your front knee, bring your arms back on shoulder height and stretching away from you. Fingertips are energized, Warrior 2. Slightly shift your weight onto your front foot. Place both hands back onto your front knee. Return to your lunge position. Inhale, step your back foot forwards into a parallel position. Arms hang right and left next to you. Time for the cool down. So step your feet slightly wider than your hips. Hands come into prayer in front of your heart. Inhale, lift your heart. Turn your toes out and your heels in. Exhale, drop your tailbone down towards the floor and bend your knees as much as you can until you come into a squat position. Keep your hands in prayer, but bring the elbows onto the inside of the knees. Now press your elbows into the knees and the knees back into the elbows to create some traction. Your heart remains lifted. Your tailbone is dropped. Depending on your individual ankle mobility, the heels may come to the floor or remain slightly lifted. Take a few moments in this position here. Inhale, work on lengthening the spine. Exhale, allow the tailbone to drop that little bit more towards the floor. One last breath in this position. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, drop a little bit deeper into this position. Then place both hands behind you onto the floor and come into a seated position. Your knees are bent, your feet are hip width apart. Your hands are on the floor behind you with the fingers pointing away from you. Inhale, lift your heart towards the ceiling, roll your shoulders back, and press your feet firmly into the floor. Exhale, peel your pelvis off the floor and lift it roughly on heart height. Come into an upside down tabletop position. Take a moment here. Keep pressing the hands and feet firmly into the ground, and your hip and your heart reach high towards the ceiling. Inhale, and then on your next exhale, release the pelvis down to the floor. Keep the heart raised. Reach your arms forwards and then roll down vertebrae by vertebrae until you come to lie down on your back. Lengthen your right leg forwards, lengthen your left leg forwards. Have the feet slightly wider than your hips, with the feet flopping open. Here, you want to have as little muscular tension in your legs as possible. If you have a tight lower back, you can always bend your knees again, walk your feet as wide as the mat or a little bit wider than your hip, and allow the knees to fall in. This will allow your lower back to release. Your hands are right and left, roughly on hip height, but a little wider as the yoga mat. Your palms are open and facing the ceiling. Now inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, melt the back of your heart, the space between your shoulder blades, into the floor. Now, even with little to no vision, you still might want to close your eyes here to allow your eyelids to rest and give the muscles around your eyes a little bit of a rest. Now, bring your attention back to your breath. Relax your jaw and your shoulders. Where in your body can you feel the breath now? Simply notice. Know that for the next few moments, this is your only job. This is a moment of undoing, a moment of letting go, softening, relaxing. Feel your navel rise and fall without any effort. You inhale calm and exhale tension. With every exhale, allow the muscles to relax that little bit deeper into the earth beneath you. The muscles and the tension melt into the floor beneath you. Here, right now, everything you need is already catered for. Relax your jaw and your shoulders. Feel your arms, legs, head and pelvis be heavy. Your breath is even, calm and steady. Feel the earth supporting you and your body. Feel the softening of the body as you exhale. You are safe. You can now fully relax. Allow your body and your mind to drift off for the next few moments of silence. And when it's time to come out of this relaxation, you will hear 3 gongs. I will then guide you gently and safely out of this relaxation. But for now, simply let go. Now, without moving, without opening your eyelids, slowly bring your awareness back to the space that you're in. Bring the awareness to the sounds around you, the texture of the yoga mat, the floor beneath you, the feeling of the clothes on your skin, the temperature of the room. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Slowly move your head from side to side. Bend both knees and firmly place the feet on the mat. Inhale and reach your right arm up and behind you. Maybe take a bit of a stretch here. If you feel like yawning or maybe sighing, that's absolutely fine. Whatever feels good to you right now. Then come to lie onto your right side. Take a moment here. Then, on your next inhale, place your left hand on the floor and press yourself back up into a comfortable cross-legged and seated position. Inhale, float both arms towards the ceiling and gather your hands in a prayer position in front of your heart as you exhale. Now, as always, let's finish with a few silent words of gratitude. Let's say thank you to our body for carrying us through this practice, supporting us and our loved ones throughout this day, and for always giving us a home, no matter what. With love and respect, thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through this practice today.